put them in a tournament, and guess what? They came home with the trophy. You
man,
know
came home with the trophy, man. Truth Talk Nation, man.
Coach Judah, Coach T, Coach Mo. You know what I'm saying?
Just took some youth out of the hood, man. Put them together.
Positive, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, this is what we do, man. So we want to thank everybody that came down to show their support, you know what I'm saying, for the Truth Talk Nation boys. It's another addition to the Truth Talk. You know what I'm saying? We got a Truth Talk Sports, you know what I'm saying? So anybody want to join, you know what I'm saying, we'll leave it.
Man, we got my guy, man, Aseer, man. Aseer, the Duke of Tears, man, to break down some of these topics. Also talk about the Central Park 5.
Oh, yeah.
And he's right here on the line. How you doing, Aseer?
I'm well, brother. Thanks for having me on again.
We enjoy every time you come on here, man. You know.
It's another big, man. Peace and love.
So, what do you think about the Central Park 5 movie right now with all the backlash that's been given towards the prosecutors now and the detective dying 1 week after the premiere? You know, it's just yeah.
Wow. Did they say how? Did they say how he died?
He died of cancer. Mike Sheehan.
Mike Sheehan, he's the one that went on to Hollywood and did all like the consulting on like all of the cop movies and all of that. So he had his burn, you know what I'm saying? Like he got his little shine off it. Like you gotta understand, man, everything that they do to our people, for the most part in their society, is scripted. So they look at stuff like there's a certain energy that's coming in right now. So what can we do to harness that energy and to keep the people that is coming for to even know about it? You know what I'm saying? For instance, March 21st, 22nd this year was the 400th Jubilee of the so-called captivity of the children of Israel. So when you speak of the children of Israel, you know, people sometimes get confused because, like, there's a difference between the children of Israel, the nation of Israel, the state of Israel.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, three different things. But everybody kind of lets them run all together. The same way when you say, oh, well, these people are Jews, you know. There's a difference between, like, a Jew and a U. So, Jew is J-E-W. A U, or Yuda, is E-W-E, right? So the U's, or the original so-called Hebrews, if you want to call them that, is us. So, as the children of so-called Israel, right, we, in terms of the story now, I'm talking about, like, I'm not saying people, your listeners, anybody got to believe this. I'm just saying that the people that's destroying the world believe this. So this is what they're implementing on the world. You know what I'm saying? So whether you agree with it or not, think it's real or not, you're participating in it, whether you care or not. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You just don't know. So this year was the last year. This was the celebrated last year of the so-called captivity of the time that we karmically were behind the 8 ball in terms of, like, you know, being enslaved in America for 400 years, you know, that whole story, that whole thing. So that officially, spiritually, calendar-wise, all that shit came to an end during that time.
Right.
That I just told you, which happens to also be New Year, right? Because New Year actually falls in March, when everything is new, you know, spring. And everything set up astrologically for that. And so instead of us celebrating that, you know what I'm saying, like the other Jews, because at the same time, around that time I was traveling, right? Because that's around the time of my birthday. I'm born on that day. So I'm traveling and I'm seeing all of these Jews. Like I'm in the airport, it's nothing but Jews traveling. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Going to Portugal, going here, going there. And I'm like, oh, okay, they getting ready for the Jubilee. You see what I'm saying? And it ain't even for them. But they've been impersonating us, so they trying to get their thing together. You know what I'm saying? But us people who the ones who supposed to be celebrating, who are the ones that's still in bondage, who aren't the fake so-called Jews or whatever, we don't have no knowledge of it at all. So in order to get us, again, distracted from the spiritual energy going within ourselves, you know what I mean, collectively, you know, grouping up, what do? They set up a murder, or what looks like a murder, you know what I'm saying, on the 31st. You know what I'm saying? Which is approximately like, what, 6-7 days after?
Right.
Almost days after and shit. And then everybody for the next 2 months wrapped up in that. So again, that's what I mean. Hijacking the spiritual energy that's there for you. You wrapped up in something that really don't got nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? And then making it like it's your fault. Like when they allegedly popped that guy, people was coming out talking about, oh, well, you gotta eat this, black people, you gotta stop blaming everybody else, you know what I'm saying? You know, this is a black, you know, this is the problem with black people, you know, black people mad bombs with each other. Look, not every black person out there was responsible for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you wasn't responsible for this dude getting clapped out by some dude that everybody knew was a snitch in the hood. You know what I'm saying? If that's the story. I'm just going by the story. So what I'm saying is, they like to lump us all up together in the same barrel, like we was the one pulling the trigger on this thing, when the whole thing was set up to take away from the spiritual gifts that you have. But you can't even pay attention to that, because we're inundated with constant narratives that have nothing to do with us, but then we're just ripping up behind it. Like, I watch people actually start to parrot what the police is saying. Like, when did that ever become cool in the hood? Like, when was we out here telling the same story the police telling, and then it ain't being seen as an informant or agent for them? You know what I'm saying? Like, I got niggas talking about calling me like, oh, well, you know, it ain't really happened like that. You know, it was just some black people out there doing this, and that. So then I said, okay, so you agree with what the police story is? So then,
you know, yeah, because everything could be fabricated, man. That's
like, go with
well, I'm saying, like, yeah. I said, okay, so you believe the police?
That ain't what the streets. That ain't what the streets saying, though, right?
When you bring it down to what it really is, y'all niggas believe the police now.
Right.
So it's cool now. So y'all believe that the police, that this nigga who is a known informant, meaning that he worked for the police. That's what an informant do. They work for the police. So you saying that somebody worked for the police who just got let out by the police, basically came through, killed this person, and then bounced, and then the police came and picked him up at the G building. That's like convenient.
Yeah, you talking about the Nipsey Hussle? You talking about the Nipsey Hussle murder, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about that as a distraction,
right,
for the energy of what I'm talking about, and
right.
how we, as original people who's supposed to know better, we then start parroting what the police say happened.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is that anybody parroting what the police is saying, you see what I'm saying?
It's
when
informant.
I think home investigation work for the police.
Informant, exactly.
Right.
They're gonna tell the story. If the police gonna tell you what to say, exactly.
Period. That's all I know is he worked for them. They let him out of jail. This nigga gets popped. Everybody's blaming the black community. What? You know what I'm saying? Like, how does that work? Like, how do y'all niggas think that that's what happened? Like,
I'll see how that
That's
shit
deep,
work.
man. Wake up, y'all. True talk.
The common sense. If the police is saying it, and it's suspect. That's all I'm saying. So if conscious so-called black people are constantly regurgitating what the police story is, again, that's all I'm saying. You got to question that, because I grew up during the 80s in Brooklyn during the whole Central Park jogger thing, when they was calling them niggas a wolf pack, when every police, right after that is when I remember really starting to get sweated by the police. Like, up until that point, when I remember back in the days, I really wasn't having no problem with police like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I was still mad young. After that, it didn't give a damn how young you was. I had police rolling up on me almost you just be on the block. They just be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it changed after that. After that, the case.
Yeah.
nobody was giving me the benefit of the doubt. Nobody was trying to look into the narrative if the story was real or no. This is what happened. Trump was like, we should kill these niggas. Maybe we should hate them for what they did. Like, this is what they was doing. It was a big thing. And it was all
Hardcore.
about black males. It was about breaking down the black males. Because the black males are the threat. Because we're the ones that fight back. The black females are the ones that have been used to inhibit that fighting back mentality. You understand? They are there to do the opposite. So on one hand, we genetically know as men, we've been supposed to have shut this shit down. We know it. We know that as men, we are targeted every day about this by this beast that we
Every day, man. Every day.
And
You're right.
growing up back then, when that thing happened, and I felt it was suspect from the door. I couldn't tell you why, but I just like, it just didn't seem right. Because it just seemed like they needed that. Because this also was what got this nigga Giuliani in there.
Yeah.
Okay? This is what they used to get this transvestite, another castrato, transvestite, another deviant, you understand? Another homosexual that's out here talking about how much of a great man he is. We got pictures of him in drag, kissing Donald Trump on the mouth. This is the nigga that they decided that they wanted to replace David Dinkins, who himself replaced Koch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Koch, who was there during the time that Moynihan was there, during the time of when they decreed that America was going, or the United Brooklyn, they set up a thing to basically not give any services to the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Called, what was it called? Benign neglect. Oh, damn, hold on one second. My son is calling me. I'm sorry, guys.
Go ahead.
Take your time, Aseer. Take your time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's true facts, man. Brother's deep, man.
Yeah, that's why we started to get his take, man, because he was from New York, you know what I'm
Right.
saying, around from that time, you know what I'm saying. That way we can get the facts.
What's going down and what's going on in
What was it like
Yeah.
after the trial? What was it like during the trial, you know what I'm saying, from people that was actually in New York, in that area
Right.
around the same
What was
time.
the word on the streets?
That's,
You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
you can't get no better
Can't
than
get
that,
no better than
man.
that.
So,
Somebody that was right there, right in the center, you know what I'm saying, in the main area of it. So that's good, man, you know what I'm saying?
And what's tripped me out, man, Linda Fairstein,
Dirty.
she complaining about getting dropped from everything. She getting dropped from Amazon. Her books getting dropped from Amazon.
Wonder why.
Nobody want to fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? She's been dropped from numerous boards. Boycotted. I mean, but it you know what trips me out, Mizzle, man, is now that everybody is seeing this right now. Now everybody want to protest, but shit, we knew about this shit too. You know what I'm saying? How crooked the New York prosecutors was and all that.
Man.
How crooked prosecutors is in your hometown or any hometown. We got some crooked ones here.
Yeah, we already know. So that's why the story that when it touched true to home. You know what I'm saying? Because it could be me, it could be you, it could be our sons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because everybody is a suspect. You know what I'm saying? In their eyes.
Man, you're right, man. It's shit going on right now where it's coming to light. It's coming back. It seems like it's coming back around.
It's coming back around, man.
You know what I'm saying? To where the cops is tripping. Now it's summer. The summer ain't. I mean, when is the summer? June 21st.
21st, 23rd. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
We're back, sir.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, we was just talking about how everything's coming back around. How the police is, the summer ain't really started yet. June 21st is the beginning of the summer, and police are already doing shady stuff right now in the neighborhoods. It's like they ramping it back up again.
Yeah, man. They trying to really do it, but now they're at a stage where they created a back door almost for people to be up in there, man. You know what I'm saying? And the problem is, the more people are in situations to be the opposite of what they know they are, the more they're going to be under somebody's control. And I remember back in those militarize the police. This is under Giuliani. And it was almost like a gear up for what they knew they was going to pop in 9/11. Because that's when they started doing all of the extra stuff. That's when they started to create the gangs. The gangs was like, in my area, it was TNT, or it was Crash, or it was whatever. These are police gangs. In Atlanta, it was like the Red Dogs.
Yeah, here was the gang squad. It was gang squad.
Right. Then they had the gang squad, and they all had like little logos, and you know what I'm saying? There was these little paramilitary fake KKK backed groups that was acting as police and was putting themselves in position to then raid and do crack and still, stop drug dealers and stuff. But these are the ones that was doing most of the drug dealing, most of the killing,
Right.
most of all of that. Like everything that they tell us happened with black people, 80% of it, if not half, let me not be exaggeratory. Maybe about 50% of it, 50 to 65% of it be them. Like, everybody knew, lock these boys up. These niggas lie about everything. Lock these boys up and it's good. And nobody cared until one day the dude who killed them had to prove to the devil that he killed these people. He had to take them through all the bodies. He had to give them bodies they didn't even know that he had.
Reyes.
In order for them to be
To
like,
believe this
okay,
shit.
finally, yeah, okay, I guess you are the one that did it.
That's
And then
crazy.
what I'm saying is, what type of system do you go in where you go tooth and nail to get somebody locked up in jail, then you come to find out you lied about it, then you don't go to jail? Nobody goes to jail.
Nobody.
What's up with that?
Everybody got book deals,
What's going
man.
on with that, man?
And y'all think that that's the law. Y'all think that that's how the law's supposed to work. So these white people can rape, murder, maim, eat, burn, scourge, gang stalk, fillet, flail, castrate. They could do whatever they want, and y'all think that it's okay for them to do that? And y'all just sitting here. You understand that niggas have destroyed governments for less? For less. There's niggas that have shut whole governments down for little shit, like we ain't trying to pay all of this money for parking meters, and shut the whole government down. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they have inundated and made so much fear in people that they are literally at a standstill, where it's like everybody knows who the culprit is, but nobody is willing to stand up and say that it's him. To the point that the FBI reported 70% of all the domestic terrorism happening in the United States is coming from white males and white nationalists.
That's
they
right.
have killed more police. They have killed more people. They have killed more
These are
individuals
facts,
than
people.
any Muslim. You know what I'm saying? Than anybody. Yet they are not referred to as white identity extremists. See what I'm saying? They are not referred to as what they are. They go and shoot and kill people, shoot up a church, blow up a church, rape a baby, eat a baby, whatever they need to do to black people. And they're never charged as domestic terrorists or even racist for the most part. They find a way out of it. And what they're going to start doing with these crackers is they're going to start putting them in a position, because they're going extinct. So they already feel it as a people. So whenever a species is on the brink of extinction, they get more savage. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because they feel their end is near.
Right.
So they're at a stage now where vibrationally they don't have the means to continue. So the only way to continue is to get us to get rid of ourselves, take ourselves out. Damn, I'm sorry, it's my son again.
Yeah, go ahead.
The demons, man.
Yeah, thanks for all the comments, man. We got people responding, man. That's just some crazy shit going on.
Crazy,
You
man.
know what I'm saying? It's
You're
just,
right, man. They just get let off the hook.
It was just a lady
certain reason.
right now in the news that's going to jail for altering laboratory tests. You know how crucial that shit is?
Exactly. That's
No, I mean,
life
innocent.
threatening.
It's
Right.
just this lady, the people locked up, man, with
false claims.
false laboratory results.
Man, that's crazy, man. Demons. What people would do to keep a motherfucker down, man. It's just all about.
But for what? I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah,
I mean,
what, man? How much hate you got that want to do a mass amount of people like that? That's crazy, man.
that's sad, Mizzle, man.
Sad.
I couldn't believe when I read that story, man, that this lady was altering laboratory tests for some years, and she getting like what 15 years. You know what I'm saying? That's about it.
That's it.
That's it, man. I mean, I know you'd have heard of some Detroit cops that done set people up. I know back in the day when I grew up, they set one of my boys up with some heroin. This guy never sold nothing. Clean cut guy. Didn't get into no trouble really, man. Was a basketball dude, man.
Just want to
and
kill
they put some gang
charges
squad.
on.
Gang squad.
Put some charges
Gang
on
squad,
it,
man, here in Detroit was terrorists. That's why they had to, you know what I'm saying, disband them motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, they were fucking motherfuckers up, putting charges on motherfucking packs, all kinds of shit, man.
They was the real gang.
Yeah, it was, man.
They was the real gang. I can remember.
Turning nothing in, man. They
I can
keeping
remember
all that shit. Your guns, your pot. They just was destroying the neighborhood, man, just for fun. Cause they had that motherfucker bad.
They used to roll 4 deep, man. Put you in the middle and be beating you while they're taking you down to the station. And some of these is kids.
All black Crown Vic.
We used to be like, man.
You'd be scared to see that car come out.
These dudes, man, was crucial.
You ain't have to be doing that. You could be innocent.
Yeah, you be innocent, man. So, I mean, I feel a lot of these stories touch home, man. You know what I'm saying? All these, now they want to make movies. They want to get the boys honored. I love that.
Racial profile.
But you know how many other people are sitting in jail while we out here smoking marijuana right now?
How many people, a lot of people, the story couldn't get told like that, you know what I'm saying, to get the real truth out, you know what I'm saying. It was lucky these boys got a chance, you know what I'm saying, that the story is out now. A lot of people got to pay for this. Like I said, what, she's just getting boycotted, you know what I'm saying. She ain't go to jail, yeah.
She ain't go to jail, nothing. I mean, I'm saying they gonna just trickle it down like the Flint water crisis, man. Well, it wasn't me. It was city council. City council gonna trickle it down to the.
All they do is apologize and then they let them off the hook.
Nobody gets calls for it, man.
Well, what's up with the Bob Kraft situation? New England Pastries.
Man, that motherfucker was sex trafficking. I mean, shit.
Yeah, you don't hear nothing about it now. What happened?
They said it misdemeanor or some shit.
All right, now they reduce it to a misdemeanor. You know, so they just get let off the hook, you know what I'm saying, for a lot of crimes that same crimes, you know, we might do where we get a harsher penalty, you know.
Yeah, we get a harsh penalty, man. You know what I'm saying? And for this movie to really touch base and Netflix to sit there and touch light on it, man, and show the world what's really going on, because the prison system right now is a slave camp. It's a slave system that, you know what I'm saying?
Load it up.
Like I said, once again, you got legal states for marijuana. You got a lot of our cousins, uncles, aunts, children that's locked behind the bars for what? Right now for marijuana in Michigan, and it's legal.
It's legal, man. For a bag of weed.
How many motherfuckers is locked up right now on weed charges?
For an eighth.
For an eighth.
Ain't doing nothing to nobody, no harm to nothing, but police roll up on you. They want to mess with you, you know what I'm saying? They ain't find nothing but a sack of weed, and guess what? You going to jail 2-3 years.
Yeah, you going to jail 2-3 years, man. And Alabama,
crazy,
you know what I'm saying? Down south, they got some of the harsh penalties.
Harsh down there. It's even worse, man. Especially in Georgia.
Man, Georgia's tough, huh?
Tough, man. Don't go to Marietta. Cobb County.
Yeah.
It's unnecessary, man. So we just want everybody to be safe out there, because you can't get caught in the wrong situation. And all you got to do is just be in the area and you get blamed for a crime that you ain't even do. You know what I'm saying? So just be careful out there, man.
Yeah, and you know what I'm saying, be careful for the summer. The summer, they ramping up on the police, everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was one video of my man, the police just rolled up, they had guns drawn off rip. Summer ain't even started. Like I'm saying, you're already seeing the police is feeling like they're
harassing
agitated.
people. Yeah, harassing people already, yeah.
Harassing people.
You know, everybody out there want to get out and have a good time, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of traffic going on out here. And the police are trying to take advantage of that, you know what I'm saying? They're just trying to make sure, they're trying to harass anybody they can, because there's a lot of traffic. and they figure they can catch somebody slipping. You know what I'm saying? And not, they don't want, if they waste their time, feel like you a good citizen or you doing something good, they still gonna mess with you, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they pulled you over. Ain't got nothing else to do, man, but harass people, especially in the city where we come from. So I can imagine what other cities is doing to other people right around this time. Because it's
crazy.
all over. It's nationwide. It's all on the news.
Yeah. What about Chief Craig, man? Came out protecting the Nazis that came on Gay Pride Day.
Sorry,
Yeah.
putting
There
out
we go.
fires.
Oh yeah, no problem, Aseer. You know what I'm saying. We just hold it down. But yeah, man, I feel like the police is ramping it up for the summer, and it's really, you know, so that's why they released the movie right now, because it's getting ready for the summer. All this, you know what I'm saying, everybody feeling sorry and everything for the movie, but they put this movie out
for the police.
intentionally.
Yeah, intentionally, yeah.
Yeah, man.
You know, to get people pissed off for the summer.
Yes.
And
That's
so,
what they do, bro. It was extra. And the thing is, like I said, police-wise, they're creating a climate now where black people, so-called black people, I don't like calling them that, but so-called black people are now going along with their narrative. As if the police have ever been trustworthy. As if they have ever been in a situation to make us think that they're here to protect us. Matter of fact, the Supreme Court just came out with a decision that says that there's no obligation for police to protect anybody or property. So when they say serve and protect, they have nothing to do with you. That has nothing to do with you as an individual. They're not even human beings. They're the opposite. So we have to accept the fact that when you're a part of an organization that's dedicated to the murder, rape, and maiming of another people, you can't go to those same people for any type of support. You got to start to support yourself.
that's right. You gotta support yourself. And, you know, and Linda Fairstein, the prosecutor right now, you know what I'm saying, she's throwing her little pissy fit right now around because, you know, everybody's dropping her. Nobody wants to fuck with Linda Fairstein no more. You know what I'm saying? But this lady has made millions off of a fake rape case.
Millions, man.
Aseer.
Millions.
Hold up, man. We gotta let's see.
Sarah.
Okay. Hold on. Off a fake rape case,
That's
man.
crazy, man. Fake rape case, people.
Yeah, I said Linda Fairstein, man, is throwing a pissy fit right now, man. And she had made millions off a fake rape case, but now all her publishers is dropping her. All the boards and the trustees have dropped her.
Yeah. Why? Because she's a liar. Ain't no difference between her and the Emmett Till thing. But in her defense, she never really said they did it. She said from the beginning, she said that she couldn't remember what happened. You know what I'm saying? So with that, she's created a position where even after it came out that this is what happened and she never reached out to them. And I mean, maybe she didn't want to because of the situation, whatever, but at the same time, if these young boys was blamed for something that was basically wrapped up in some shit that happened to you, and then you find out they didn't do it, and then you won't even.
No, I'm talking about I'm talking about the prosecutor.
About it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna still write books. You're gonna still do this or that.
Yeah.
I remember I even think they made I don't think this is the first documentary or movie or whatever they made about this thing.
No, they made a documentary, I think.
Yeah, they made something else about it back in the days too. It was to scare straight all of us that was in New York at that time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because right before this, there was a murder with these Jews where they ran down this little boy named Gavin Cato, less than dead. It's one of the first racial murders I remember. The Jew ran him down right there on Eastern Parkway in Kingston, ran him down. Then the Jews was hiding him. When the people came to get him arrested, the Jews hit him and then basically got him on a plane and shipped him off to Israel. He ain't seen him since. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the type of situation we're in, and that's because we are not together. we still think that we're going to be able to win this fight as individuals. That's why they got us. They're picking us off one at a time. Whereas every other race and every other so-called people, they are working together to diligently keep us out. Look at what's happening in the Dominican Republic right now.
Yeah, it's murder.
Black people, they murdering, they human trafficking and selling. And those are so-called black people, but they don't think they black. They think they Dominican. You see?
Right.
And this is the problem. Where's everybody in DR, the so-called DR nationals, coming out trying to dead that, being like, we don't want this mark on our country. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want everybody in the world to think that when black people come here, they're going to get murdered and all that. No, they want niggas to think that. You see what I'm saying? Because, like, it's a flip. When I was growing up, the Dominican brothers used to have beef with the Puerto Rican brothers because the Puerto Rican brothers was on some shit like they not Asiatic, like they not black, like. And the Dominicans look like them, like they crazy. But then something flipped. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the days, everybody used to go up to Dykeman, which is a heavy Dominican neighborhood, up to get weed. You know, so up there, you know, everybody's together. In New York, everybody's kind of together, but they still somewhat segregated.
Okay.
I'm saying all that to say today, though, it's totally different. You got them enslaving Haitians, seizing their passports, killing them, selling them. The same thing they doing in West Papua New Guinea right now. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. Whenever there's Asiatic people like us, we catching hell on the planet.
Damn.
And it's either people that look like us doing it, or it's other people like Spanish people, Mexican, you know what I'm saying? Whoever trying to do that. And it's all because everybody is living off of our estates, and nobody wants original people to have their own, especially themselves, it seems. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, man.
It's horrible, bro.
Yeah, I know the Dominican Republic. I know if one hotel would have had 3 murders within a few months, they would have probably shut that hotel down. And this hotel is still operating.
Come on, bro. How you
Wow.
this hotel?
Death hotel,
all
man.
these murders. And then, I'm saying, what's up with the internet? Nobody posted this shit on Yelp. Nobody, you know what I'm saying?
Nobody know about it, man. It's Death Murder, Death Hotel.
Then another lady, another lady come out and say that she was drinking a pop from the mini bar and she didn't swallow it because it tasted a little flat and she spit it out, but she still was coughing up blood, had to get treated. I don't know if they putting cyanide in the pop.
Yeah, straight poisoning niggas. Straight
Poison.
poisoning niggas
They
out
know what
there.
they doing, yeah.
And they was killing white people. They killed a white girl right before the killed them 2 black people. You know what I'm
Damn.
saying? And my thing is this: the U.S. This is how you know they ain't shit, because these people's out here killing your citizens. But again, they killing their own citizens because every government is set up to kill their own citizens. That's what these governments do. To stay in power, they start a program to kill their citizens, whether it's slow poison through the fluoride in the water, whether it's through the police, whether it's through the 5G, whatever new thing it is. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, it was like we want to move people from here and they don't want to go, so give them the smallpox blankets. You see what I'm saying? Like whatever, anything government with these people is always about killing the populace, because all these governments serve the devil. In the end, they all serve the devil. So they all doing mass human sacrifice rituals, but they call them wars. You know what I'm saying? Or they call them embargoes. You know what I'm saying? Like when you put sanctions on a country, that's an act of war, man. You have war against that country because the sanctions don't affect the government, it affects the people.
Affects the people.
You know what I'm saying? So you trying to kill the people. You're not trying to destroy the government. By the time they go in and do the government, they done destroyed the people so much, because what they want to do is make the people so mad that they go in and they bring down the government themselves. That's cool. That's like when they talk about how they had all the Russian bots that they have sent with under all of these different so-called dummy black sites, black consciousness sites, and it's basically like Russians basically like fostering foment against the United States
You know what I'm saying? Basically saying like, because the Afrocentric movement was created by these two white boys, this dude, Frank Melville, and this other nigga named Hershkowitz. They are the teachers of Zora Neale Hurston and W.B. Du Bois and all of these people that started to come out later and then give us all of this stuff about the beauty and the richness of African civilization and all of this other stuff. Okay? Prior to that, most of our ancestors, our people, knew that we was already from here. So in order to get us to get up off the land, they have to find ways to make you foreign to it. So the way they make you foreign to it is to get your own people to endorse a narrative that makes you a foreigner in your homeland. You understand?
Right.
Like, roots never happened, okay? It never happened. And they created a whole generation. They created TV shows. They had a series. But every day, every week, you turn on TV and watch slaves. You understand? Live like animals and be called niggas and shit. And then the same nigga slaves, what do? They put them in the future, right? But now they up under Mr. Drummond. Remember that? You go from Willis being a slave under Michael Davison, right? Whatever that dude's name was from that Little House on the Prairie. And then we go to him now and Arnold. They still can't have no black family, right? But now they living up top with the white man, the old syphilitic, pedophilic white man. Because you ain't never seen Mr. Drummond with no woman. No,
Never.
Right? Closest you seen was Mrs. Garrett. You know what I'm saying? But her daughter's an American Revolution. Being she was a daughter of the American Revolution, she had to get her own show. You know what I'm saying? And that's when, boom, they brought us the Facts of Life. You see what I'm saying? But none of those shows was real. You ain't know no black people living with no white people like that. But now, they made that a reality, right? You got Charlize Theron raising a kid. You got the after. It's like, it's too much, man.
Right.
It's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's
Facts
crazy.
of life, man. Different strokes.
Yeah, man. That's how it was, man. They wanted to paint a picture, you know what I'm saying? And I
False picture,
figured
man.
back in the day, you know, shows was real important. You know what I'm saying? How they painted black culture or how blacks was living. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, it was coming to different strokes.
You watching that 7 days a week, man. So it do something to your mental. You know what I'm saying?
Instead of dropping the real, what's really going on.
Right? Yeah. You know, that's deep, man. I ain't look at it like that, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, so, you know, like the Dominican Republic murders, man, I think it's like a lot of trafficking is going on. Because I know Steve Harvey has a trip coming up in October, which is the main. A lot of stars is flying in. I think he rented out 2 hotels. He's been blowing it up on the radio for like some months right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out how this going to play out. Or is this going to be like,
scare people
I mean,
off,
he's part of this. He going to fly some people in and get murdered, like 10 people, 5 people or something.
What's going to happen with that, man? With people just getting scared to go now? I mean,
I don't know, man. It's
just
just weird, man.
Must go on.
Yeah, Aseer, man. So what do you think about the trafficking going on in the Dominican Republic?
I think it's the same thing, man. The United States got to be involved. Like, all these countries got to be involved.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
right.
Dominican Republic government is involved. They about killing people. And the thing is, the irony is that when Haiti did their thing, when they did their thing to free, they didn't just free Haiti and then the Dominican Republic. They freed the whole island and then went into South America and then worked to free everybody. How does Dominicans repay them? By acting like they different, acting like they better, and then putting them in a low-key slave status.
Man, that Sammy Sosa, man, he just sold his whole skin out.
Look at him, and that's what I'm saying. Dominican people is like in support of that.
That's all they do, man. So they don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's hot in the streets over there. Like, nah, man. Y'all color struck. Y'all want to be white. Y'all mad that y'all not white.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So you know,
Truth talk.
I'm glad that they putting everything on the news, that the net is really catching on, because Dominican Republic was real cheap right now. I was thinking about going to Punta Cana at one time, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like $2.99 round trip. With room. You know what I'm saying? So it was attracting a lot of blacks, but I guess they just was killing here and there, and they just got outright. They just said, hell with it. We just gonna start poisoning people.
Well, we got them over here.
You know what I'm saying? They got a little cash, you know, and then they shot David Ortiz.
Exactly. But I heard he was smashing homeboy's wife.
Oh,
I heard that's what that was about. You know how they be getting down on like that.
Yeah. I thought that was weird. All that everything was talking about that, and then
also, anytime you're dealing with any type of Christian-backed nation, Catholic-backed nation, you're gonna be dealing with that. You're gonna be dealing with incest, pedophilia, human trafficking, Satanism. Right? Ain't Dominicans Catholic?
Yeah.
Yes, they think. Ain't they into Christianity and all that?
They roll with the
Pope.
Pope.
That deal with Christianity and all that, they all dealing with the same thing. Because that shit that you can't. We're at a stage now. We got to get past a lot of stuff, man.
Wow, man, it's deep, man. Truth Talk Nation, man. Aseer dropping the knowledge, man. You know what I'm saying?
Straight knowledge, man.
Man. I've been checking a lot of your history lessons you've been dropping, man. It's been the truth, Aseer. You've been dropping some dimes, man, on a lot of the knowledge, and I wanted to get to the Robin Hood movie.
Yeah.
Well, I had the chance to check that out.
Jamie Foxx.
And it was a part in there. It was a part in there where they had broke into the some room and stole the papers. And when they broke the papers down, the papers was saying they still was paying payments to the Arabics. So were the Arabics the Moors?
Yep, to the Moors. That's right.
And they still was fighting them.
That's right, because this is what they're doing now. You understand? The world officially ended in 1492. Up until 1492, the world was moving to a certain crescendo in terms of its technological, spiritual advances, all of that. After 1492, they decided to push everybody back into the chick bag, and they created that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then that created a situation where they started to break up the empire. But when I say they, I'm talking about the people that they're referring to today as the writers of history. But all of that is a lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of the stuff that they told us, some of these battles that they tell you, there's no evidence that those battles were even fought. They never even happened. They just wrote it down and then built amongst themselves as if it was real. So you're in a situation where you're constantly following somebody else's narrative that's always putting us at the detriment, always at the bottom. So therefore, we're never going to get anything from anybody that's inundated in that system. So I don't give a damn how much educated you are. If you're telling me, the more you're telling me that you are in a situation, and the more you're trying to bring about a understanding that doesn't exist, or perpetuate an understanding that was told to you by somebody that literally murdered and raped your ancestors in a methodical way, all to hide who and what really happened, then you can't get mad when they're controlling you.
That's true,
You know what I'm saying? You can't get mad if you don't go out and find out who you are. You can't get mad when these people are telling you who you are and trying to keep you.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
And so like on the
you are taking what they say. I could call you Steven till you blue in the face, but until you answer to Steven, you're always going to be who you are.
Can't get no simpler than that.
So the sheriff was working for the Moors in the movie, oppressing the other people.
Seen that, right?
And yes, and paying the payments back to the Moors, but had them thinking like we fighting against them. That's how they was fucked up about it. Like, hold up, man, my man was messed up about it, man.
Yeah.
And this is real. And it reminded me of like how the United States owe all that debt to China, but yet and still Trump come on there and say, you know what I'm saying, we got to give them tariffs and all that. They owe all this money. So what's this about? Like the same thing. Just building up debt.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Still complaining about it.
Wow.
Exactly.
Man. Aseer, man, we love when you come on Truth Talk Nation, man. You drop that knowledge, man.
Hell yeah.
That's why we had to, get in touch with you and, get your take on it. Man.
Always good to hear from you, my man.
You too, my brothers, and I really appreciate the support.
Man. As we closing, man, you want to give your where they can get in contact with you?
Indeed, anybody want to hit me up, you can do so at houseofl@hotmail.com. And if you ever want to check out any of my older work, you can check out www.aseerthedukeoftears.com. You could also go to YouTube, type in Aseer the Duke of Tears, at ASEER THEDUKEOFTIERS. That's Aseer the Duke of Tears on YouTube. You can check out a lot of my stuff on my page. And what else? On Facebook. You could also hit me up as Aseer Ali Cordova.
Okay. All right. Aseer, also, man, text me, so I can send you that shirt. We got the Truth Talk Nation shirts. You know what I'm saying? So, I can send you that. I still got your shirt for you. But I'd like to thank you for coming on, Aseer, man. Anytime, man, we, call you up, man. You always kick that knowledge, my brother.
It's True Talk, man. It's True Talk.
Yeah, so, what I'm saying?
You.
No problem, Aseer, man. We like to thank Aseer for coming on, man. Truth Talk Nation. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all.
Peace to y'all, man. Thank y'all, brothers. Living life.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, man. Another episode, Joe. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So,
It's been real, man, all the time.
man, kick that knowledge, man. We had to get a take on the Central Park 5. We broke that down. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of
So,
topics, you know what I'm saying?
we like to thank all the subscribers and the viewers that's been,
Spread the word. Hit that subscribe button, y'all.
man,
For us, you know
comment
what I'm saying?
on the box, man. We gonna come with more and more episodes. You know what I'm saying? At least once or twice a week, man.
Yeah, keep them informed, man. Keep them what's going down in the streets. True Talk Nation,
Man, I want to show them the trophy one more time, man. We got the True
Yeah,
Talk
do it up
Nation
for
Youth.
Again, youth trophy once again, man. True Talk Nation Youth.
We got the True Talk jerseys, man. And you know what I'm saying? We Mizzle, you know what I'm saying? True Talk Nation, put them together,
Trying
man.
to do it, man.
True Talk.
Coach
You know what
T,
I'm saying?
Coach
First time.
Jordan, Coach Mo, they pulled it off.
First time they entered a tournament, they won that mud. All gold first place.
First time ever in Detroit, man.
First time, man. They had the
First
Pistons and
annual.
everything up there, right?
Pistons support, they sponsored it. Pistons players, you know what I'm saying? I want to give a shout out to all of them, man. Thank y'all, man. Once again for doing it up for the fellas, man. We need that in the city, you know what I'm saying? Positive vibe. Thanks again, y'all. True Talk Nation.
Well, we'll see you, man. Truth Talk Nation. I'm Judo Woke Ace.
T. Mills the Great.
Man, we out. We'll see you the next time.